could be
Really?
Corky 80 carry.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about it, but really?
Now this is very interesting. Corky 80 carry is toggled latest. We got secondary runes. This is the new technology.
What is this?
Let's zoom in there. This is actually a lot of info to put out there. Notice minion dematerializer taking on both mid laners here. We're not going to be able to watch enough of the mid lane to know if they're used on the casters, melee minions, and range alongside you, and maybe do it worse.
Tarzan, not afraid of a fight on this Elise, comes up, is going to scan out the Jarvan, do a nice amount of poke damage as well. Really just sticking around. He's not backing off of this one. Again, another cocoon lands. And Rascal low himself from the Jace, and can Kuz even get away here? He's gonna flash in and just kill him. Kuz decides, I'm not gonna flash, you can take my life.
Direct nerfed, i.e. you had to have both people in the lane at the same time. We saw none of it. This is gonna be used.
That's a really nice max range one, but they're gonna continue it. No more cleanse here for Pawn, as he is gonna go down. Kuz trying to trade one back, but he gets himself into a bad situation, nearly takes out Toby. But the ticking, corrupting pot is going to keep him alive. Knocked out of the air here is Rascal, who's going to desperately ult for that horn. Is going to get a bonus third kill. Kingzone going to pick up an Ocean Drake, but it's a very small.
So far behind.
Look at the timing here. 1347 gets all the plates right before.
Storm on the Ornn, it's not working, and now he's going to be dead again, you think?
Yeah, this guy is so dead. There's no way for him to get anywhere to safety. Toby, hilariously enough, nearly does go down, but that's another kill and another turret in the top side.
And this is what the glass half empty was for Kingzone DragonX preseason was. How hard can Deft and Tucson carry with the names they have on the top side? The answer was that they actually had this.
Stretch, they're having some trouble. Look at this rotation. They get everybody going into the mid lane. It looked like a flank, but it was more of they take the turret with the chase. Everything is going to go wide here as Viper going to go invisible. Doesn't have his flash. Does have a stopwatch, but 4 people down here. Is he? I'm not so sure. Okay, well, Deft is going to shut down the hopes of the Griffin fans. Everybody in the crowd is going nuts as, okay, having another turret in the mid lane.
Now, he was always going to die there because all their summoners are up, but understandably they didn't want to use any. And yes, around the map they think another turret. There's nothing in the top or mid lane. This is like the ultimate nightmare of what this build situation. 5 kill involvements at 17 minutes. They were all in the first 15 minutes. He has a 600 gold
anymore. You're not going to go past those brushes as well. When in doubt, let's try to 4-man the Lissandra. Looks like it should be able to work out here as Toby is going to flash away. Big one comes in, Chaos Storm, but that's going to be denied. Okay. Even going to go for the ult as he's trying to buy as much time as possible while his team pushes in.
Work with Rage Bait, and that will come in at some point and allows the aggressive tumbles to not just mean you tumble in and then Phosphorus Bomb Rocket accidentally does 500.
It's definitely a dream scenario, but Griffin, a very intelligent team themselves. They know exactly what Kingzone are going to try to do to get back in this game. The lethality here on Zorn is even jumping the Ornn, but Toby gets himself into an awkward spot here. Horn gonna come in, not gonna knock him off actually, and there it is. And now Toby, no aftershock, no ultimate, has the shield from the Karma, but that's it. And that's gonna be 2 kills that immediately go the way of Kingzone. It's gonna be 3 on 5, but you do have a lot of burst damage and domain, so Kingzone will take the risk here. They do have that field to zone them out, and it is gonna go the way of Kuz. And Rascal is going to be the one sacrifice, so 1 kill. Asher's early game, pretty interesting.
And at this point, you wonder if that's the scene that's in the movie, right? Is that the trailer scene that you see if Kingzone actually come back and win this? For Ornn to stop passing off power, the IE when it's done will probably be the first upgrade. So far hasn't upgraded. Level 13, so has his own upgrades involved. That just means 1,000 gold donations to his teammates and muddies the gold lead even further. Baron buff relevant for now. This is the last minion wave with the Baron buff. Are they just going to take out a bot lane turret and back away Kingzone? It will basically make it an even gold game.
Looks like they're going to try.
There is the first Ornn upgraded item. It is on to Paul.
There it is. So Horn comes in. They're really pushing for this one. only going to hit the Vayne, or rather the Karma in the back line. Actually, it wasn't Vayne, but they do get the turret.
Well, the way to put it, the gold lead doesn't necessarily show how big a throw it was in this game. Is pretty real, and Kingzone have steadied the ship.
They're going to begin this one. When does the turn come in? The answer is now, as they're going to knock up two people in that corner, but the Cataclysm is actually on the right side. Doesn't get too much damage for a long time. Toby going to be going in, and Kuz has to be devoured, but Toby, oh man, that's a good stopwatch. It's going to go down, though, in the end. Sword now going to be forced to flash away. It's up to Viper in that front line with the burst damage of the Elise. Trinoscle's actually got TP right now. Damage is coming in. They're trying to zone away Tarzan on the left side. He's not going to be able to get close enough, and the Baron again is going to go the way of Kingzone. And here's the Corki in the front line. A couple of shots to the back of Lahens. He's going to take him out. Toby going 1v4 on the other side. These fights are all over the place. Toby's going to go down, and the rest of them are being chased down like prey in the jungle. And Viper's all alone now. He's going to try to tumble to the safety, but is forced to flash away. And Kingzone might just win this game.
They're definitely going to win it, I think, Valdez. It seems hard. It's going to take multiple fights, and it might just be right now.
They're pushing on in. They've got the Baron buff. They have 5 members against just the 2. It's the most fed, and it is the 2 damage dealers, but doesn't seem to matter as the Corki is heavily online. The Vayne here tumbling with that one, but he is not going to do much here. It's only Lahens now, and Kingzone take the throw. They catch it, and they bring it to the Game 1 victory.
And man, did we get a game that was both sides of the season for Kingzone. At the start, it felt like we were just watching a read.
That push war, but can't do a decent job there. Karma going to be picked up once again for the side of Lahens in a way, and built the team around him and got that confidence going. Speaking of which, the top lane we were looking for, the knock-up into the double knock-up, the knock-back there from Jace.
Kingzone turn onto the Infernal Drain, the first spawn of the game, and with their priority against a Karma lane, they take it as, all right, what's happening here?
Well, Rascal was running down, and he kind of got caught out by Tarzan with the red buff. Flashes into that one. No flash on Rascal, as he used it earlier, is going to pay the price. And
time-wise, we know this champion outscales, and he always has his stock picks, as Kuz gets super aggressive here of the late game extra items.
Spike goes the way of Tarzan, as okay, ult is not going to actually get down, but Rascal trying to force this one pawn. Coming on in with the TP, but they really were pushing this too hard. Here comes Chovy trying to get over the wall. Where is the angle of escape for Kingzone? It doesn't look like it exists. Ignite goes down on a Tarzan, but it's not gonna kill him. Doesn't look like here. Pawn under the turret, one more auto will do it. He's gonna go down, and Rascal as well. Everybody gets baited in by Kuz, and 3
the Ornn was doing topside, but the damage actually interrupting the burrow over the wall. And like you say, that was definitely a domino situation. It was set up for Kingzone, but
Griffin trying to take advantage of the situation. At least Kingzone were able to respond.
Kingzone with the Ornn, even though they gave over those 3 kills to Griffin. They found quite a lot. Here we go.
Nice knockback to deny that one, but everybody's getting up in the top side 3-on-1. You can see Tarzan
down through the Ornn. They're going to pick up another turret, as we can see. So in spite of the Shen ultimate meta has been, in terms of these 2 champions that have been played so many times.
And the knockup comes in into the taunt. There's no way you're going to be able to use your ability.
To self-ult. That means he loses out on the bot side as the objective happens. That's Griffin, like we talked about, being at an attempt.
Once we do get to that point in the game.
My question to you, though, Valdez, at this point, 25 minutes in, Sword side lane pushing. Not often you see a Jace comp that hasn't been able to take down bot lane outer at 27 minutes, but finally, they're onto this Baron. It's at 7,000.
Already at half, and now Griffin know about it, but Tarzan is in range, is going to be able to get in, but no! Spike to Ornn goes the way of Kingzone. Now they're looking for the engager. Viper goes down to the Ornn horn. See you later, he says, and in comes Kuz. gonna be able to assassinate Tarzan on the backside as 3 kills and maybe even more are gonna go the way of Kingzone after the Baron. The flash on in and the double kill to Kuz gives Kingzone 4 kills and the Baron.
Kingzone are styling and cementing themselves as the dark horse for the LCK Gauntlet and thus LCK Spring 2019. They're styling on Griffin at this point. There's no way really for Griffin to stop this Baron push. We talked about Griffin with Baron against Baron. It's a whole nother conundrum.
This isn't solo queue where your entire team types /FF at the same exact time. Even Pawn's got the upgraded Zhonya's now as all the stats are going their way. It's insane how ahead they are at this point in the game.
Have we all been caught napping?
And even double high fives to everybody. They got every combination going there. As Sword nearly goes down on the backside. As Rascal just in the replay was just saying, yeah, everybody's so good. You guys are great at this game. It's all fantastic feels, high morale on the side of Kingzone. It's all high confidence. These guys are on a massive roll and should be able to take this one 2-0. Only team they lost to in round 2 was actually SKT. And I remember that was a bit of a stomp. So it makes things even more interesting for if Kingzone does face off against SKT in the playoff. Could they make it past them and then maybe even get to Griffin? But we'll have to end this game first as the knockup goes down on a Tarzan. Both Death and Pawn do some insane damage at this point. Stopbox on the side of Rascal, but he's so tanky, he's not going to go down anyway.
Kingzone continue kept in lane by Morgana.
You know, Lissandra, if they lose, is going to be 0-4 for the day. That's not really what you would expect from a Lissandra. She usually gets at least 1 win. Knockup goes on to Lehens, but take a look at Toby on the backside. They are going to catch her going on in there. The knockup comes in and, just barely is able to get that ultimate off. Isn't going to matter, though. So many stasis effects. Keep her alive, but the knockup there was perfect from Rascal, and now everybody's getting into the pit as Deft is full health, and it looks like this should be Kingzone pushing on for their victory 2-0 against Griffin.
And Valdez, it's not about Griffin, it's all about Kingzone. Kingzone have just smashed Griffin, and it didn't matter who was on the enemy team with a performance like this. They're looking for the close here. With enough members, they should be able to do it.
They just want more kills. They don't care about the Nexus. They'll take it out eventually, but going in for the dive even here is Steph thinking about it, just dancing around, even a celebration towards the end. 2-0, and it was quite clean from the side of Kingzone, who looked really fantastic going into playoffs.
Imagine explaining to someone 18 minutes into game number 1 who just paused the stream and left there and plugged and played another one of those 2-0s to Griffin, what happened this series from the moment onwards where they made that big mistake around the Drake that led to a Baron for Kingzone. Kingzone were a tier above. Another level is the nickname for Griffin, the team that looked so strong at the start of the season and for the majority of LCK Spring 2019. But here we are, 2 days before the end of the season, and we look at Kingzone and wonder, will this team be playing
Spring and all that good stuff? So let's hear from them right now.
킹존이 그리핀을 꺾고 정규 스플릿 13승으로 마무리했습니다. 정말 기분 좋은데요. 자, 폰 선수, 카즈 선수 함께 할게요. 안녕하세요.
DragonX.
네, 와, 그리핀만큼은 반드시 잡고 싶었을 거라고 생각을 합니다. 오늘 승리 더욱 값질 텐데요. 어떠신가요?
솔직히 저희가 2대0으로 이렇게 이길 줄은 몰랐는데 2대1로 이기거나 2대1로 지거나
I thought it would be 2-1 victory or loss, but I mean we were actually Griffin was in the lead in the early game, but I think we were concentrating better in the late game.
이렇게 화려하고 아름다운 미래를 그리기 조금 힘든
And
상황들이
you guys
있었기
did have a bit of a
때문에
struggle in
모습이
the
너무
early
행복할
spring
것
split.
같아요. 그 가운데는 폰 선수의 경기력
you were
상승이 있다고
The
생각을
key
하는데요.
of
폰
Kingzone
선수
being
요즘 3연승
becoming so much
MVP까지
involved in
받으시고
the later
경기력이
time of the
올라간 이유가
split.
뭐라고
What
생각하시나요?
has changed the most?
아무래도 제가 작년에 좀 오래
So last
쉬어가지고
year I did have a long break.
연습 기간이 이제
So
많이 안 됐었거든요.
I wasn't able to practice a lot.
좀 많이 부재했는데
So
이제
especially I was
그리핀하고
underperforming
샘박한테
in the
지고
first round
나서
robin.
더 열심히 하자는
After
마인드로
losing up against
해가지고
Griffin and
이제
Sandbox,
제가
I
안 좋을 때
practiced
또
a
강팀을
lot.
만나서 좀 대진도 좀 따랐던 것 같고 그만큼 더 열심히 할 수
So
있어서
we also
이렇게
faced some stronger teams than there was on
이라운드에는
the performing
다
side.
이겼던
Can
것
say that was a little
네,
bit lucky,
킹존의 미드에
and
정말 든든하게
by
받쳐주고
practicing really hard, we were
계십니다.
able to
커즈
come
선수
back
이제 이
and become
자리에서
a better
보는 게
team.
너무너무 익숙해요. 오늘도 멋진 모습
Because
보여주셨습니다.
once
경기
again,
소감
you got the
어떠신가요?
MVP. How do you feel about today's
일단
series
오늘
overall?
경기 2대0으로 이겨서 되게 기분 좋고요.
I'm really happy that we
근데
got
조금
the
아쉬운
2-0
게
victory,
제가
but the sad thing is
개인적으로
that
많이
I
부족했던
personally
것 같아서
think that I was
긴장도 되게 많이
underperforming
했고
today. I was
해서
really
다음에
nervous
더
in game, so
열심히 하고 싶고
I just
또
want to
팀원한테
get rid of those
미안하고
mistakes, and I'm really
이제
sorry for my
오늘 또
teammates.
2라운드
Today was
끝인데
the last
저희 팀
game for the second
감독
round robin.
코치님이랑 매니저분들
So I just
그리고
want to
또
say thank you to
숙소에
all the
있는
head
연습생
coaches and
애들이랑
all the managers
팀원들
and
다
all the sub
고마운 것
players and all the
네,
teammates.
커즈
Thank you
선수의
very
아주
much.
감사한 소감 잘 들어봤습니다. 오늘 타잔 선수와 1대1 맞대결
So how was your
하셨어요.
jungle
뭐 요즘
competition up
최고의
against Tarzan
정글러라고
today?
타잔 선수 평가받고
Tarzan
있고,
is
커즈 선수
one of
정말
the
바짝 따라오고 있는데 실제
best
만나보니까
junglers in
어떠셨나요?
LCK, right?
확실히 타잔 선수님이
Obviously,
잘 하시는 것
Tarzan
같고요.
is a
저도
good
근데
player.
제가
I
좀
can say
많이
that.
했어서
And I was really
좀 많이 부족했던 것
nervous
같아서
and frustrated
다음에는
today.
오늘 이긴 느낌으로
So,
이제 긴장 안 하고
Based on today's victory,
제가
I
더
just
잘
want
할 수
to
있을
perform
것 같아요.
better
네, 또
without being so
플레이오프에서
nervous on
만날 수
stage.
있으니까요. 콘 선수의 더 멋진 활약 기대해 보겠습니다. 콘 선수의 활약,
판.
챔프 폭이 정말 엄청나요.
You have such a huge
모르가나
champion
추가로 총
pool.
19개 챔피언.
So you have played 19 champions so far, adding up Quirky and Morgana today. How are you able to do that all the time?
나이가 좀 97년생인데
Well, I am born in
옛날부터
1997.
해왔어가지고
I've been playing as a pro gamer for a long time now.
오래된 게이머인데 이제 그래서
I'm an old pro gamer,
있는
so
것
that's
같아요.
how I'm able to play a lot of champions.
숙련도를 좀 빨리 배운다고 생각하시나요?
Do you get used to playing new champions
뭐든지
easily?
한몇 판만 하면은
Well, several
이제
games.
옛날부터 있던 챔피언이니까
I
뭐
mean,
새로 나오는
because
게
I mean,
아니라
I have been playing
그래서
a
몇
lot
판을
of
다시
different champions
익숙해져서 그것들은
for a
다
long
배울 수
time.
있는 것
So
같아요.
if I just play one or two games as a practice, I can like play it in competitive games easily.
코르키로 맞대응하는 장면들이 많이 나오고
So
있는데요.
we are seeing a lot of Lissandra versus Corky matchup in mid lane a lot. What are your thoughts about that?
이제 처음에 이제 푸시
Well,
조건이 있고 많이
Lissandra
돌아다니는
does have a
쪽으로
push priority,
돌려서 좀
and she can
미드는
roam a
이제
lot.
괜찮은데 탑바텀이 좀 고생을 좀
So
하거든요.
it's actually
그래서
easy for me, but top
그래서
and
이제 코르키를
bot laners
보는데
are
제가
actually
버티면서
suffering from the
탑바텀만
Lissandra's
당해주지
roam.
않으면은 캐리할 수 있어서 그런 쪽으로
But
했던
if
것
I
같아요.
play Corky,
오늘 리산 상대로 코르키가
well, I
좋은
can
선택이었다고
actually like
생각을
outscale
합니다.
only if our bot or top laners got ganked by Lissandra. They can count me on that.
경기가 뒤집히게 됐습니다. 용화 플란타 기억나시나요?
Do you
커즈
remember the
강영이
we
되게
have this highlight here?
줄 알았는데
Well, I thought Rascal was going into mid, so I could have lost that. But we had a really nice W from Steph. And
사실
we
이때
were able to
팀원이
really
아주
engage
유리한
well,
상황은
so
아니었음에도 불구하고 그냥
we were
밀어붙이는
able to turn the
모습이
game
있었어요.
around and win that team
전투
fight.
이길 거라는 확신이
So
있으셨나요?
we're confident that you're going to win the team fight.
아무래도 저희가 용칭
Well,
이유도 저희가 싸움에
The reason we
더
tried
생각해서
Dragon because we wanted to open team fight,
네,
so we
킹존의
were quite
보이스 장면이
confident.
나오기도 했는데요. 정말 합이 잘 맞더라고요. 네, 정말 멋진 장면 만나봤습니다. 그리고 폰 선수 이
Moving on to
경기에는
game 2.
모르가나 들고 나오셨는데
You
네.
played
빙결
Morgana.
네.
That's your
상대자를
augment.
선포에 가시더라고요.
아,
이유가
But the
네,
active item was actually the third core. Why was that?
가는 그 이름을 다 까먹었는데
Well,
지우키란다?
I
그걸
forgot the
가야
name.
되는데
Actually, we have to go.
원래
I have to
익숙한 대로
go for the
가다 보니까 워낙
GLP item,
긴장돼가지고
you know.
가다 보니까
But
이제
I got used to like going some normal AD
뭔가
items,
하나
so
빠진 느낌이
I felt something was missing, and that was the active items.
뭔가 저는 룬이 없는 것 같은 느낌이
I
들어서
felt like,
핑퐁도 없고
am I
유성도
playing
없고
without runes?
뭐 아무것도 없더라고요.
I realized that I was missing the core items, so that's why
한
I
번은 빙결과 한 번은
went
써봐야
for
되지
very
않을까
late
해서
item to activate the
늦게나마
rune.
그래도 발견해서 너무 다행이에요.
네.
네, 팀원들이 혹시 뭐
Did your
얘기는
teammates
있었나요? 팀원들이
tell you?
그것까지 몰랐나요?
팀원들도 언급이 없었게.
They didn't even mention
저도
about it.
모르고 있었는데
I wasn't aware of it either.
와,
제가 깨달아가지고
But I realized in the very
자책하고
late
있었어요.
time of the game, so I was a bit sorry for my
기혈강화 써서 너무
teammates and told them.
다행이라고 생각을 합니다. 자, 그리고 커즈 선수는 역시
Cuz
렉사이로 좋은 모습 보여주셨습니다.
once again
와,
performed so
마지막에는
well
뭐
on your
렉사이를
rec
당할
side.
자가 없는 것처럼 보였는데요.
No one could stop
역시
you.
렉사이 제일 선호하기는
Is that your favorite champion currently?
렉사이 제일 잘하는 것 같고 또
think-
많이 좋은 것
Yes,
같아서 되게 세고
Rek'Sai
많이
is the
쓰고
best
있어요.
champion.
네, 오늘 또
And I'm
리산드라
good at it, so
제이스까지
that's why I'm
양쪽
just keep
날개를
using
확실하게
it.
꺾어줬다고 생각을 하는데요. 초반에 좀 실수가 있었는데도
Well, there were
불구하고 잘
Some mistakes in the
풀어나갔어요.
early
전략이
games,
어땠나요?
but you guys kind of rounded it out
Rek'Sai-
well and turned the game around.
렉사이가 되게 사이드 자르는 게 좋은 것 같아서
Rek'Sai is a really good champion to catch out some players in the side
나쁘지
lanes.
않아서 많이 사이드를
He had some
자르는 것 같아요.
teammates, so we were
네,
able to pull
오늘
that,
렉사이가
those
특히
kind of
2세트에서 아주
plays
좋은
very
모습
well.
보여줘서 킹존이 이렇게 2대 0으로 승리를 가져갔습니다. 와, 정규 스플릿이 드디어 정말
So, the
마무리가
regular
됐습니다.
split
킹존
is
선수들
done. It's all
입장에서는
wrapped up.
쭉 상승세만 탔기 때문에 이
You
마무리가
guys
더
were just keep
인상적일 것
rising
같아요.
and rising.
어떠신가요? 팬들에게 한 말씀
How was
부탁드릴게요.
your spring split and message for your
저희가
fans?
처음 모였을 때는
When we
많이
first
부진할
started
거라
as a team,
생각했던 분들이
a lot
많은데
of fans
이제
thought that
처음에
we would
지더라도
be
믿고
very
응원해주셔서 감사드리고
underperforming. I know that, but I'm really thankful for the fans who have been supporting us throughout the bad and the good.
8승 1패로 마무리
That's
지었던
how
것
we were able to
그리고 이제
finish second
응원해주셔서
round robin with such a great
플레이오프도
result.
잘
So we're
해보도록
just gonna keep
하겠습니다.
working
네,
hard
정말
to
기대하도록
show great
하겠습니다.
performance at playoff series.
커즈 선수 이제 자력은 아니지만
And Kaz,
SKT가 아프리카에게 2대 0으로
depending on the
진다면
results of
2위로
the
올라설 수
SK Telecom versus
있습니다.
Africa series,
아프리카
you
응원
guys
한번
can
해야 될
end
것
up the
같은데요.
spring split in the
어떠신가요?
second
어,
place. Any
Africa
message for the
fighting.
Africa players? Africa Freaks fighting.
야, 너무 귀여운 응원 해주셨고요. 폰 선수는 왠지 더 멋진
What
말
about
해주실
you,
수도 있을
Pon?
것 같아요.
예, 아프리카
Africa.
네, 저희가 잡았지만
We did take
네,
you guys
저는
down,
뭐 KT나 젠지도 잡았으니까
but we did take
너무
down. We
슬퍼하지
also did
마시고
take down KT and Genji,
Africa
so don't feel so sad
파이팅해서
about that.
유칼 선수랑 선수
Fighting Africa, especially my friends
이제
Yuko and Sun.
잘하시는 분들이니까
You guys
또
are
이길 수 있을
such a
거라
great
생각합니다.
players, you know.
파이팅, 파이팅 해주세요.
So I believe in you
유카이
and
선수,
fighting
선 선수에
Africa.
갑자기 존대를 하시니까 약간 어색하긴 합니다. 자, 커즈 선수 이제 4위 온
Kaz.
샌박 담원이 플레이오프에서 만나게 될
You
텐데
guys will be
어떤 팀
facing up
올라올 것
against
같으세요?
either Tamon or Sandbox.
저는 개인적으로 샌드박스가 올라올 것
I
같아요.
think
네,
Sandbox will make
알겠습니다.
it.
샌드박스에 대해서
The
데뷔
upper
잘
stage.
하실 거죠?
we're gonna prepare
아무래도 1라운드
for the Sandbox
때는
series then.
저희가 지긴 했었는데
Well, we
2라운드
did lose
때는
up
되게
against them,
깔끔하게
but
이겼던 것 같고
We didn't have a clean victory in the second
별로
round
무섭지
robin,
않은
so
팀이기 때문에
we're not really worried
잘
about
준비해서
them.
이길 수 있을
So
것
we're gonna
같아요.
practice just as hard as
와,
we can.
기대해 보도록 하겠습니다. 정규 승플리 마지막 대회 이렇게 승리로 함께하게 돼서 너무너무
Congratulations
축하드리고요.
once again
인터뷰
for
끝내기가
picking up the
아쉬울
last
정도네요.
Victory
팬분들께
for the regular
안녕하면서
split.
저희
So
끝내도
let's
될까요?
wrap up this
네,
interview by saying
팬분들
goodbye to the fans.
감사합니다.
Thank you, fans.
안녕.
Bye.
플레이오프에서 만나요.
See you at playoff.
What are our expectations? It feels like the ceiling for Kingzone. If you had said 4th or 5th, that would have been kind of my cap for them preseason. Now, I'm like, well, they seem pretty competitive against everyone. Only SKT have taken themselves out cleanly, so